Good evening. It was a solemn afternoon in Sturgis today as residents of the northern Black Hills and the entire state paid tribute to fallen firefighter David Fisher, who was the assistant Sturgis fire chief. He died fighting a fire a week ago in the Black Hills community of Tilford. Today, funeral services were held at Brown High School in Sturgis. His body was laid to rest at Black Hills National Cemetery. KELOLAND's Al Van Zee reports.
At the high school auditorium, there were representatives of fire departments from across the Black Hills area and from across the state. There were also representatives from the South Dakota National Guard. David Fisher was a firefighter and a Guard member. Honor Guard units, each in their turn, paid solemn tribute to Fisher, as those in the auditorium did as well. One of the officiants at the ceremony was Chaplain Colonel Lynn Wilson, who read the words of a poem written to honor those who do this dangerous work, people such as David Fisher. It is those who seek to help, he said, who care for others first, who do not run for cover when things are at their worst. There are two kinds of people, this I found is true, those who run from and those who run to. Outside the auditorium, dozens of fire trucks and service vehicles of all kinds lined the streets and roads, ready to join the procession after the funeral. They were joined by units from the South Dakota National Guard and by dozens of law enforcement vehicles. All over Sturgis, flags flew at half-staff. And at a small diner along the route of the procession, the owner of Sturgis Subs was handing out small American flags for those waiting to pay their last respects.
It's a small community and it really has hit hard. So from everything that I have learned about him in the last week, he definitely is a local hero.
At the Black Hills National Cemetery, fire engine crews lifted a giant American flag across the entrance to the place where Fisher would be laid to rest. In Sturgis, as the procession passed, some covered their hearts, some saluted, some simply stood at quiet attention. The vehicles en route to the cemetery formed a line more than 5 miles long. Each fire engine, each patrol car, each brush truck, a tribute to this public servant now gone on. In Sturgis, Al Van Zee, KELOLAND News.
David Fisher was 43 years old. The family he leaves behind includes his wife, Shawn, and 7 children.